there, this is Charles, owner of the Fisher Music School located in Centerbrook, Connecticut. I'm also the head guitar teacher there. And today we're going to be taking a look at the Dorian mode. It's a really cool mode or scale, whatever you want to call it. It means exactly the same thing. It's useful because it's a mode that's used in a lot of different styles of music, from jazz, rock, pop, classical, blues. You can do a lot of stuff with it. So let's take a look at it, how you create this mode, and then how you actually use it. Okay, let's talk about how you would actually locate a Dorian scale or play a Dorian mode on your guitar. So there's a couple different ways to look at it, a couple popular ways to look at it. Probably the most popular way to look at it is that it's nothing more than just the second degree of a major scale. So, and I'll be talking about C Dorian for this lesson. Alright, so C Dorian is really just the second degree of a B flat major scale. So if I play a B flat major scale, that kind of familiar scale that you've probably heard many times. Alright, but instead of starting on the B flat, if I actually just start on the second note of that scale, or what we call the second degree, it produces a different sound. Because I'm starting on the C note instead of the B flat. So that's one way to look at the Dorian mode. Another popular way to look at the Dorian mode is that it's a scale that's very, very closely related to the natural minor scale. So the C Dorian would actually be very close to the C minor, and the only difference would just be one note. So in a C minor scale, what you would have is a flatted third note, you'd have a flatted sixth note, and then you would also have a flatted seventh note. So here's the C minor scale, and I can play a droning chord of C minor over this. Alright, now the only difference with the C Dorian is that it would be all the same notes as the C minor scale, except for the sixth degree would be different. That sixth note in the C Dorian would actually be a natural. So in C minor you would have an A flat, but in C Dorian you would actually have an A natural. So that's the only difference between the two scales. So here's C Dorian, here's C minor. So those are the two most popular ways of thinking about that scale. So what I've done is I've come up with a cool chord progression, a simple chord progression, but a cool chord progression. And just like your melodic improvisation, you're going to actually build your chords out of the same scale, using tones from that scale, basically. So, so I've made this backing track of music with some chords that I came up with. And the first chord is going to be a C minor 7. Alright. The next chord is going to be a C minor 6, and I'm selecting this chord because the C minor 6 actually has an A note in it. And that A note, like we talked about being the difference between Dorian and C minor, that A note is the signature sound of the mode. So it's kind of important, I think, to get that signature tone into your chords as well. And this way you'll constantly be reinforcing and echoing the mode sound. So here's a C minor 6. So I got this C minor 7 going to a C minor 6. And then my third chord is going to be this G minor 7. And then I'm going to be going to a G minor 9. Because the G minor 9 also has the A note in it. And like I say, it keeps kind of reinforcing this Dorian type sound. So what I have is this 4-chord progression. So thank you very much for spending a little bit of time today and stopping by to check out my site and this video. Hope I showed you a little bit of something there. That was the Dorian mode. If you'd like to learn more about that mode or any other mode or chords, or if you're just a beginner, feel free to give me a call or come on down to the school. We'd love to meet you and say hello to you. Take care.